G'day folks, today I'm going to guide you through my take on how to drive around the Phillip Island Grand Prix circuit, which is one of Australia's most famous racing circuits, having been home to international motorcycle races for many years now. The island itself is one of the most southern points of mainland Australia. As you can see from this lovely map I acquired from my friend Larry Page, Australia is located right in the centre of the earth. The island is approximately 2 hours drive from Melbourne, which is of course the home of the Australian Formula 1 Grand Prix. Phillip Island has seen motor racing on its roads for nearly 90 years now, with the Grand Prix circuit which we now run on having been open for some 30 years. The main straight of the circuit points straight out toward the southern seas. For this video, I'll guide you through my ideal lap of the circuit. As you can see, the circuit is... As you can see, the circuit is long, fast and flowing, with only two low-speed corners, turns 4 and 10. The circuit surface is smooth and certainly accommodates low, stiffly sprung cars. I should briefly mention that, of course, the information I'm about to offer is very much vehicle dependent. In this case, I'm driving a low-power, low-weight, mildly built track car. Turn 1 is one of the fastest corners in the country and as such is the key to lap times. Most people are afraid of the high speeds and as such brake far too early, which then results in corner speeds that are far too low. Approaching the end of the straight, the car should be all the way to the left of the track's surface, with the car on or as close to the left rumble strip. Depending on the speed of the car, braking should be done late and just before or during turn into the corner. The corner is smooth and cambers inwards. It will pull the car in and around the corner. The closer you can position your car into the apex rumble strip, the better it will pull the car around the corner. But that doesn't mean you turn in early. Notice I don't begin to turn until the road is almost curving away from the car. But as we travel around the corner, the right wheels drive right over the inside rumble strip. The strip is smooth and should be abused for maximum benefit. Carrying the speed through to the exit of turn 1 will push you wide to the far left side of the track. This is good. Don't fight to bring the car back to the right, thinking you will be better positioned for turn 2. Stay left and let the exit of turn 1 flow into the entry of turn 2. Here is turn 1 at speed. Turn 2 can be a complicated and overwhelming beast. While not as intimidating as turn 1, it can be far more complex. For those in the US, liken this corner to a mirror image of turn 2 at Willow Springs. If the corner feels long and slow and steady, you're taking the wrong line. This should be a double apex corner. You hit the first apex as you brake into the corner. The car should briefly shift to the mid-track and then you should be aiming to get the car turned into the left-hand side of the track to straighten out for the long exit. Brake too early into the corner and you'll be stuck steadily holding an inside line around the corner. Brake too late and you'll run wide and beyond mid-track where the surface is dirty. Notice how, as the track dips on exit, I just clip the inside and begin to push back out to the right. The difference between myself and the 911 in front here on corner entry and corner exit is a good reference for how much track position can be gained. Now, turn 2 uninterrupted. Heading down the hill with the sea to our right, we quickly come up on turn 3. For my car, this is little more than a slight bend in the straight, staying full throttle. Just position the car correctly, again, out, in and out. With higher speed cars, moving further right on exit of turn 3 may be necessary. Here is turn 3. Turn 4 is a slow hairpin, braking at around the 100 board in a straight line and punching deep into the corner before allowing the car to turn to the right. You will see I almost follow the white line on the outside edge of the track as it begins to turn with the track. But by mid-corner, I'm already pointing towards the inside curbing for a late apex, However, I still run the car right to the exit curbing on the left. Here is turn 4 at speed. The next corner is essentially non-existent. If I pause the video here, focus your eyes on the entry into turn 6, not turn 5. That is where you should be positioning the car. Let the car drive as straight as possible towards the far right in readiness for turn 6. Again, notice how the 911 is a good metre further left than they should be. I don't begin to brake for turn 6 until I am past the curbing on the right. As this is an uphill exit, turning in sharp and maintaining a radius that meets the inside of the circuit is key to keeping momentum. You do not want to lose pace with a tight entry. Aim for a slightly late apex and get on the power as early as possible to get up the hill. I'm still holding steering lock right to the exit and the right wheels run over the exit rumble strip. Here it is as a higher speed. Turn 7 in most cars is just a kink. Depending on the power level, turn 8 is also treated much the same. However, two things are key: car positioning and not being afraid to use the curbs. Enter turn 7 and aim straight for the left-hand rumble strip. It is smooth and can be well abused. Staying mostly left on the exit will allow the straightest possible line through turn 8. Turn 8 is a reasonably straightforward out-in-out situation with 2 points. Firstly, cut the right-hand apex as much as possible. And secondly, try to avoid exiting too far to the left as it will compromise the next corner. Let's follow the flow through turn 7 and 8. Turn 9 is long, uphill and off camber and ends with a crest. This makes it challenging to say the least. Enter from about mid-track with long trail braking to pull the car around the corner. I avoid a wide line here as it exacerbates the radius, making the corner longer than I believe it needs to be. As you crest the hill, the car will naturally understeer or even four-wheel drift because the car lightens and pushes wide. Try to maintain a target back toward the left to prepare for the downhill braking into turn 10. Here is turn 9. Turn 10 is a steep hairpin with a painful uphill exit. Carrying speed through the apex is critical to getting out of the corner. In a low power car like mine, this is the last braking point before turn 1, so a good exit here is rewarded all the way down to the end of the main straight. Cut the inside apex as closely as you can and let the car run right around the right hand curbing. Exiting the corner should result in the car driving out onto the curbing on the left. Follow this all the way through turn 11. Now turn 10 at speed. Turn 11 entry is a matter of driving the car on the left-hand side of the track from the exit of turn 10. I short shift just a little here to keep the car settled and avoid wheel spin. The exit of the corner will position the car on the right-hand curb. Turn 12 entry is a matter of driving the car off the right-hand curb as it begins to curve around to the left. Notice here how the track begins to bend and essentially forces me to have to turn in. I aim to get the left-hand wheels right onto the grass on the left past the rumble strip on the inside of the corner. As these wheels are the unweighted side of the car, they should be unaffected by the changes in surface, so abusing the track limits here can reward you. A little care must be taken to not turn in too early, or you'll be running wide at the exit and scare yourself as you head toward the kiddie litter to the right. Let's watch the final corner uninterrupted. of the sea. Enjoy the view for a moment as you gradually, and I mean gradually, shift from the right side of the track to the left, in readiness to do it all over again. Don't get in the habit of shifting too far left too quickly, as you can see the car in the distance has done. You should be about mid-track as you cross the walkover bridge. Also note how the 911 is still in sight, albeit finally getting away now that we are on the main straight. Now here is the entire lap. Firstly, I'll show you the video without commentary, then I'll run the lap a second time through the lines. Okay, we're heading down the main straight. The car's mostly in the middle of the track, slowly moving to the left. We follow the left-hand curbing, turn in, pull the car to the right, run over the inside curbing on the right. The car pushes wide back to the left. We brake in a straight line, slow the car, don't drift past mid-track, begin to pull the car back to the left, clip the inside curb on the left and push out to the right-hand side for the exit. We head straight down with the C to our right hand side towards turn 3. You can see the 911 pulls far away here. I clip the inside on the left on turn 3. The car pushes back to around mid-track and then we brake for turn 4. Push deep into the corner, turn the car in, a late apex here, pushing wide back out to the left hand side of the track, straight line towards turn 6. Brake late, turn in, maintain a radius, clip the inside out to the right hand side. Turn it slightly for turn 7, stay left, turn for turn 8, run over the curbing on the right hand side, mid-track, turning into turn 9. Hold the inside line here, the car drifts out into the middle of the track, brake down the hill, turn in, run over the inside curbing on turn 10, push out to the left and follow the curbing on the left, short shift, out to the exit, keep the car on the right, turn in as the track turns away, clip the inside on the left and exit, and gradually drift back towards the middle of the circuit. this has been Brendan Beavis with a lap of Phillip Island. The car I drive is a 2001 Mazda MX-5. It has bugger all power, bugger all weight, and for what it is, it's fast as